Welcome to the Makers Making Podcast, episode number 25. I'm Alex, Projects in Dad's Garage. Joining me tonight, we've got Captain Kern, we've got Howi3 Dewit, the heathen himself. Jonathan is our new guest tonight. Jonathan, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
In chat, we got Da Vinci, we got Patrick, we got Rick. How's it going? Fish Lake, Indiana. Represent. Hey, look, Da Vinci's got his sunglasses too. Perfect.
Gotta
I
wear them.
wear my sunglasses at night.
We'll just pretend that Jonathan, Howie, and Captain's glasses are actually transitions.
We just
I
want.
take
I just
mine
want
off
to
in
be
front of
friends
the
with
gear.
you.
I usually have a pair right up here, but they're out in the van.
Yeah. So, um, we're gonna start the show off.
Your background there, I own that shirt.
Do you?
I do.
Um, I've actually got some pictures on the beach that from Florida that actually look just like that, minus the palm trees. But we're gonna start the night off with the news. And kind of the biggest news going on this week has been the Bamboo Labs thing. I know. Bear with us. We're not going to harp on it for long. It's definitely not going to be our only topic for the night, but kind of have to start off there, right? So, for those that haven't followed or don't know, what cave are you living in and where? But Bamboo Labs a year and a half ago locked down their stuff, so you couldn't use Orca Slicer and their cloud stuff without using some software in between. A developer made a fork of Orca Slicer using some code from the Linux version of Bamboo Labs network plugin, I guess, and opened that back up using like a virtual machine or some crap. I don't know. I don't have a Bamboo, so it's not something I follow too closely. The community is divided on this because Bamboo then threatened the developer with legal action, and it spiraled from there. Louis Rossman
Yes.
got involved. A lot of people are on one side or the other on this fence. I think that personally, I'll start off with where I stand on it, and then everybody else can kind of chime in on it with what they think. So my personal thing is, I think I understand why Bamboo wants what Bamboo wants. I think how Bamboo is going about getting what Bamboo wants is a problem. That's where I stand with it. I don't think they necessarily have a legal leg to stand on with in this situation. I think they chose to shortcut some things, stretch some things, and it ended up backfiring on them, as is often the case when you work with. And whenever you're working on a technology-based thing where your clientele is well versed in technology, if you're using open source stuff and you're working in a community that is well versed on open source, you better make sure that you're dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's and you are getting it right. Because that community knows and knows how to circumvent your security stuff. And if they don't know now, they'll figure it out, right? So it's kind of one of those things. You can't really get mad when you've decided to swim in shark infested waters.
Well, if you buy a bamboo right now, you know exactly what you're buying into. You know it's closed. You know what you're getting. So if you choose to buy one right now, you know what you're getting. But I do agree with being a bully to the guy that was just trying to make it where people could use it the way they wanted to, and people that bought it prior to everything locking down, you know, they didn't have a choice on it. They bought it as a one thing and it became another. So I guess it just depends on how you feel about that as it
Yeah,
has for the machine.
for people that bought it after the fact,
Yeah, they knew what they were buying.
yeah, for people that bought it before. But here's the thing, right? You've got, and I've been saying this from the get go, and somebody said it. It might have been Lewis in one of his videos or somebody else. Like, you sure did manage to piss off a whole bunch of people for the sake of such a small amount of people that were ever going to use this software, that cared about it at all, and then you just go and piss everybody off for that. Why bother?
Well, probably because they got more plans down the road that are reliant upon it being locked down, would be my guess. Speculation here. And what that is, that's anybody's guess. That's what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I would not
It's
buy a bamboo now. I mean, that's for sure.
yeah.
It'd have to be
Now
the right one, which nothing they got right now is quite the right one for me on that. The H2D gets close.
I think that there's a lot of brands out there. I don't think there's any one brand out there that offers a lineup that can compete directly with bamboo on all fronts. But there's definitely some manufacturers out there that tick certain boxes, right? So, you've got
They
uh
definitely lost the tool changer race.
yes.
Yeah.
So right now, if you're looking for a tool changer, you've got the Snapmaker. Is it as big a build plate as the H2C? No, right? There's a flood of different printers out there at price points very competitive, better than or similar to the P2S, and the Anycubic, the Crealities. You've got things like um, the 85X, the Century Carbon 2. You've got a myriad of different options. The Anycubic Cobra X that compete against the A series printers, right? So right now, it's a huge opportunity for some of these brands to step up and uh, take a take a chunk of the money that bamboo would have got otherwise. But
Yeah,
they've
I
got
mean,
to be smart about it. They've got to actually do something. They've got to make sure that they need to make sure that they are not also guilty of the same sort of crap. Like, make sure that if you're using open source stuff, that you have open sourced it back. I know a lot of these companies have back end things and plug in things for handheld apps and stuff like that.
So, as a software developer for many, many years, and somebody has written open source code, taking the entire feelings argument out of the scenario, what Bamboo did is they built their entire ecosystem on the backs of open source. And now they're throwing a hissy fit that somebody followed the rules and forked off of their project, off of code that they published, which they're required by the rules, by law, and built something to do what they thought that they had prevented. And now they can't take it back because the law and the rules say that what is published can't be taken out. So they have no leg to stand on, like you said. They have no legal recourse. And now they've actually gotten the actual enforcement agency of the AGPL pissed, which has never happened in history.
Yeah. So, oh Lord, now everything looks a funky green color.
They have
And by the
antibiotics.
way, just to let you know, I pimped the stream out to like 43 Discord.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Nice.
I keep forgetting that. Yeah, there were some mistakes made for sure. I could easily see them going, okay, they're not going to give up on the lockdown ecosystem. They're not going to give up on lockdown services, stuff like that. What I see happening is they're going to go real quiet for a while. And that's because they're going to go back to the drawing board and they're going to design a new slicer for themselves from the ground up that they can lock down because it won't be based on any open source pre-existing material. That is what'll happen. And then you will update your firmware and all of a sudden nothing will work but that.
So, and I think you're right, but it's going to take years to develop it.
Nah, not for them guys.
No,
They got a lot
literally.
of
If we would have another closed loop slicer, there's been many attempts at it, but none of them exist today.
Look, this is what's going to happen, okay? They're going to get together a bunch of real smart guys in a room, and they're going to look at them, and they're going to go, I don't know who invented Slick, who wrote Slicer to begin with, right? But it wasn't a company, it was a person, right? They're going to go, listen, Tony was able to do this in a cave, right?
With a box of scraps.
And they're gonna throw a pile of money on the fucking table, and they're gonna say, "Get it done." That's
What
what's
was
gonna
that?
happen.
They
That
will.
page.
I mean, they're
slicer
going to try,
a lot of people were
definitely.
using that kind of died. What was that page slicer? A lot of folks were using it, and then it kind of became irrelevant and quit getting supported.
Oh yeah, that's a
Like,
lockdown
like I said,
one.
there's been attempts,
They could
but
buy
none
it.
of them have ever survived.
I can't remember the name of that slicer, but my guess is it does still exist. They're going to buy
Simplify 3D.
it. Simplified 3D. They're just going to buy it.
Yep.
That's my guess. For the 2 cents it's worth.
There's a possibility they may buy some existing infrastructure.
That's their quickest solution.
Yeah.
But even if they do that, they're also going to have to go through and make sure that that existing infrastructure has no open source code in it.
Well,
That it's
that's a
not built off
completely
of anything.
Yeah, yeah.
The other option is, isn't there a slicer? One of the resin slicer companies, not
Cheeto.
Lychee,
Cheeto.
Chi. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't they have some of their own FDM slicing software that's non-open sourced?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
You can get the off
There-
Cheeto.
I mean that's not a hard
Yeah.
one. They can go to them, say, "Hey, can we license this?"
What's up,
we'll
Martine?
build a a resin printer for you or whatever.
I
Chi
mean, there's
Systems
always a possibility.
makes a
You know,
lot of the resin stuff, the screens and stuff like that go into everybody else's resin printers anyway.
the
Yep.
other problem that you also have is uh, their uh, their operating system that is on their printers is also based off of open source. So that becomes yet another issue.
I don't know if that one's ever been proven or not. Has it?
Yes, actually, it has. It's built off of Marlin.
Is it?
Well, and I think that would lead them to probably a potential class action lawsuit down the road too, if they were to close that at least on the existing printers.
Phil is convinced that they're going to lock stuff down through filament with their RFID tags.
I
I
agree.
don't know.
So 2
They
years
will.
ago, I started talking about this because there was originally the original talk was when Bamboo decided to go to kick Orca out, to kick out the open source slicers. Right, there was huge backlash, huge whatever. Everyone knew that was setting the stage for buying a slicer from them, an access. And if you look at the current market for everything, subscription systems and proprietary materials are a huge deal. Okay, that's how companies are making their money.
Yeah.
So when you see, oh well, our machine's going to have RFID, so you can have the correct hex code. Also, it will in the RFID, it will have an access point. It'll be like, oh well, I have this access code, I can run in the slicer. Everything else will not, and we've seen that before in other slicers. I've said since the beginning, since we saw that Bamboo has every right in the world to close their network, to close down their systems. We see it with Xtool uses proprietary slicing or calibration tooling. It exists already in the market.
Yeah.
I warned that was coming. I said, hey, look, but remember, I have a bias. I have been sponsored by Bamboo in the past. Let's be clear. But I have seen it, and it does track because the money in the machine isn't there. The money is in the consumables. So a service-based or subscription-based slicer, a service-based filament, it's all sitting there, and that's the point of it. And not only that, but the issue is, and I've said it before, the data transfer from the machines to a core server and back. Is that my audio or is that someone else's? All right, hold on.
Yeah. Bill says machines are set up to import foreign currency. So here's my counter argument to that, Phil. We've got other Chinese companies in Creality who have predated Bamboo. Elegoo predated Bamboo. Anycubic predated Bamboo. Feel free to jump in with any other Chinese.
I'm pretty sure Snapmaker is also Chinese as well.
Basically, any of them other than Lulzbot and the one that starts with a W that I haven't heard about in 2 years. No, it might be Wonderman. No, it's some weird name. But anyway, so they've been around way longer and haven't moved in that direction. And I think that they would have a really hard time going against the tide on that. I understand that Bamboo percentage-wise of new machines being sold is probably bigger than any of them. I don't know for certain, but I assume that they are. But they are not bigger than all of them.
The current count is they're actually bigger than the huge wave of Ender 3s that came out. Something like 3.2 million machines in the wild, something like that.
Yeah, Shrimp Father's got it. Wuxen.
Oh yeah, Wuxen.
So, what? Like I
Wasn't
get
that
it, right? They
wasn't the
they
little
may have
teddy bear that played
outsold the
tapes?
Ender 3. Congratulations, you outsold one model of printer, right? But
That is definitely not. That feedback is not my audio.
Wouldn't be mine.
Is it me?
yes,
Yes.
some fans back there.
Yeah, let me go to my settings.
But
AI
that is
noise cancellation.
that is the serious.
It's on.
I try not to weigh in on this because I've already said like the expectation that a company would go to as closed network or closed material systems as possible is the issue, right? And it's been you know, it's been very clear that that was the path that was going to head, and we knew other companies would be doing it too. Bamboo's just the first to do it, but it was warned by the fact that they had already said, hey, like we don't want open source involved. When is that me again? I'm terrible today.
No, it's Brad. Brad, do you have headphones in?
No.
If you
Yeah,
compare your
I'll work
headphones
on
to
that.
it, probably take care of the echo and the fan noise.
Okay. I was
Um,
working on settings.
Well, yeah. So software as a service
Yeah.
on a subscription level was always coming.
Yep.
And
Aaron, welcome.
Bamboo's just the first.
Yeah, so I
I know
don't
that guy.
disagree. I think that as soon as they um, are able to put out their own slicer, I think that that slicer will probably become a subscription. Um, maybe there's a free version and then a pro version with everything unlocked, right? Um, I could see them monetizing the slicer long before I could see them locking down. You can only use our filament um, for a number of reasons, not the least of which is distribution, right?
It's pretty easy to
Uh,
fake an RFID tag.
and then the other part of that is you're going to piss off a lot of your customers, right? Because they don't offer the full range of colors and stuff like that that are available from elsewhere, right? You uh, right now they have pissed off, even though it's a very vocal minority, it is still a minority of their users and the community that is pissed off over the current situation. What you will ensure that you piss off your entire user base by doing is saying you can only use our filament.
Yes.
Like that's a surefire way to have everybody looking for a different printer. And
I
I
mean,
mean, they're going to have that as is anyway, but they're going to keep a lot of people as long as they can say, hey, look, you can use 80% of the features of your existing printer on a free version of our new software.
yeah, I would imagine that features that are going to get for the average consumer at first, it's not going to make a difference, right? The pro thing's going to have features designed around print farm usage and stuff like that, and then slowly is as they develop new features moving forward, they'd lock them down. That's
You know,
if I was going to do it, that's how I would do it. Not saying that's what they're going to do. This is all obviously speculative, but I do not foresee them uh, taking this L And
No. And they have an absolute right to want to protect their internal ecosystem. They've spent millions of dollars, investing in their internal AI infrastructure, their spaghetti detection systems and blah 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 blah. But the fact of the
It's just a
matter
matter
is
of
they wrote an access port that was open source into it, and now they can't take it back because of the way the rules are written. The law is against them, and now they're pissed. So
just a matter of how they do it. By the way, how's the sound?
Yeah, I mean, like right now, I would not recommend a Bamboo printer to anybody. I mean, I'd
I
go.
would, as long as I can still use Orca.
I
You guys hearing my
I
audio
would
now?
I would
Yep.
still I would
Yeah.
still buy a Bamboo machine because for me, I just I'm buying it knowing exactly what I'm getting into, and those things would be worth the trade off to me for some of the things that I am trying to get out of a machine. That's not true for everybody. Some people are going to take the moral route of I won't buy it regardless, and that is fine. But I would still buy one. They're just as good at 3D printing object today as they were last week, as they were 2 years ago. Arguably better, right?
They're arguably the
Now, how's
best
the audio now, folks?
out of the
Oh, you're
box
good now.
machine
You're good
out
now.
there.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, they are arguably, like I said, they're arguably the best out of the box machines you can buy. The biggest issue is their stance right now on what they're trying to accomplish and how they're going about it.
They want to go to a closed ecosystem. That it's been very
Yeah.
clear for years that that's their intent and aim, and they keep putting tooling together to do that. Which again, I have no problem with. It's like Alex said, buy it knowing what you're getting into, right? So it's your choice. And yes, the A1 combo, not the A1, not the A1 mini, just the A1 combo or the A1 mini combo, is an excellent machine. Excellent. Good performance, very interesting, capable of things that we didn't expect. Years ago, before it came out, I said, there's no way that machine's that good for that price point. It's got to be vaporware. I was totally wrong. But the fact that like a company wants to enclose their ecosystem, they want, they want their own settings, they want their own material. That's how they make their money. It's very, very commercialized. There's really nothing you can do about it because that's what people want, right? If you want open source, you got stuff like the Vorons and other communities around that. But the thing is, like, Ender 3s look like dinosaurs compared to every modern machine. Now, if you're cool with Orca and you want a machine that supports Orca, go look at the Snapmaker. Snapmaker has made very bold claims and very clear and promoted Orca by donating to the Orca system that they're interested. They want to keep it open source. So you can mess with Clipper. You can mess with Snapmaker machines, be it the U1, be it the Snapmaker 2, be it the J1, whatever you want. It's like Alex said, you have to know what you're doing and what you're getting into. And a little bit of research will show you that. But no, I agree. It has to do with the RFIDs with the filament. That's going to be a thing. The closing of the software, we've already seen it. They did cave a little bit on things. They did make it so you can do it network, so it doesn't always have to go through the cloud, which I personally have an issue with any of my files going through the cloud, right? Because metadata is collected, the object material and mathematics are collected. Even if it's just metadata, it tells you stuff, and that really shouldn't be a thing, in my opinion. I'm one of those guys that likes to slice and use a USB card to put it to my machine because I don't even want to put it through my local network. But when I talked about this 2 years ago, everyone says, "Oh, you're worried, you're paranoid. This is never going to happen." I said, "This is exactly what's going to happen." And to the day, it's happened. And it's not just going to be Bamboo that does it. Just so you guys know, it's going to be other companies too.
Yeah.
Well, Creality has already
So
started the move in that direction as well.
Flashbully's making a crack at it now too.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Aaron says he had a random conversation with a guy working at a game shop today about this very thing. Says great hardware, but don't buy one until this gets settled and you know what you're getting. So, Aaron, I understand what you're
There you
saying,
go.
but buying one today and buying one 2 weeks ago, you're getting the same exact thing. On the
Yep.
consumer side, for a new customer, nothing changed.
Yeah,
Nope.
agreed.
Nothing has
Did not.
changed. The only thing that changed was they pissed a bunch of people off.
Yeah,
But as far as the printer, what it does, its capabilities, all that sort of stuff, nothing's changed. It's not like uh, January of last year when they took features away. They didn't take any features away. They just said, no, you can't do this. And,
Yeah.
kind of got their
Well,
hands slapped a little bit.
All they've done
no,
currently is
they
hurt
forced an
people's
update.
feelings.
No, when they did that, they forced an update that if you didn't do the update, you weren't going to have full functionality
yeah.
without the
Mhm.
update, which is taking features away.
Yeah. And I get
But
it,
I
right?
mean,
It's the
yeah,
we have altered the agreement. Pray that we do not alter it for further. But um yeah, but as far as a user buying the machine today versus yesterday or 3 months ago, nothing's changed for the end user
yeah,
on this.
And I would like to point out what Kern said because I think it kind of got floated by. Uh,
Right.
DMCA, right? Like we saw just give
oh
me 2 seconds
yes,
here. I'm trying to do too many things, but Kern said, "Oh well, somebody's gonna hack it, and that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna hack the machines." And we go into deeper about that, but the example of that is when years ago when MP3 trading and MP3 downloading was at its peak, it then as soon as something like iTunes came out, it took a significant dip in less than a year. It's that open source is the key to 3D printing. There is not a single printer out there that was developed without the open source technology. So there's really no getting away from it. And if they do lock the ecosystem, there are going to be people who do firmware patch updates that firmware patch out all of the controls from Bamboo onto your machine, and it's going to go back to Orca. It's only a matter of time. And Kern, you couldn't have said it better. Very well spoken, sir.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's going to be people out there that will essentially black market their bamboos.
Yep.
Always will be, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
like I said earlier, they're putting out a product to a customer base, decent percentage of the customer base, the skills to work around anything you put in place. That's what they do.
Another
Lots of
excellent
them for a
example.
living.
An excellent example is Ender 3s came with Marlin. It worked well with Cura. It was good. It did its thing, right? How many people flashed out the Marlin and turned it into Clipper?
Everybody.
well, let's go with a more recent example.
Okay.
Anycubic with wrinkles.
Yeah. So it's and Alex, your
So
point is super super solid, which is you're in a tech environment where people and vibe coding is thing now. Like the AI will do the work for you if you don't know how, but you're now in an environment where you have people that this is their jam. Not even the mechanical side of it. Just the code. That's their jammy jam. So, like, what are you gonna do? Like, like you said, Alex. Like, no matter what you do in this environment now, good luck because somebody is gonna be like, surprise! I
Hold
changed
my
the
beer.
firmware. Yep, hold my
Uh-huh.
beer.
Down Undermakers mentioning the Big Tree Tech Cyborg boards that are coming. Yeah, I think that'll be an option for people that want to do that sort of thing. I think, again,
yeah,
that's going to be such a small percentage of 1% of
Yep.
owners that, you know, great. The product exists. I have no issue with the product existing. I just don't think it's not going to be like you see a wave of, suddenly 70% of bamboo users are switching out their controller boards. 70% of bamboo
Sideboard
users
boards.
The issue,
They're
don't
going to be
know,
the
don't
issue with
care.
expensive.
cyborgs is a lot of people don't have the technical expertise to swap the boards out.
Yeah.
But I will point
So
something out, though, right? Like I said earlier, Snapmaker supports Orca, and they've basically like they came right out as soon as sort of this stuff started happening.
man,
They're like, no, we as a company we believe in Orca, we donate to Orca. Mess with our machines, we don't care. We want you to enjoy the machine. So with the U1 like crushing the market currently, be it content creators, personal users, companies, moving over to a tool changer. Right, like you have the danger of bamboo being lost in the shuffle. And Digital Dragon earlier said, remember, no press is bad press.
Yeah.
Also true.
Yeah, and that's the thing down under Maker. We are the minority. And
yeah,
I would make the argument that for a long time now, anybody who gave a shit about this hasn't been buying bamboo printers.
that's true.
Right? The people, most of the people that are writing this code, working on trying to bypass it, are doing it maybe because they had a bamboo before all this happened, or maybe they bought one not knowing and then got into it a little bit more. But the vast
Or maybe it's
majority
just because
of
they
people
can.
that own or have ever owned a bamboo printer give zero fucks. They're doing it to prove a point, which is fine, but they're
Protest.
doing it with for a very small audience, right? Of diehard dedicated people that happen to have a
Hmm.
bamboo that probably, if they had known, would have just built Voron or bought something else instead, right?
I mean,
It's
I'm in that exact boat. I mean, if I known what I know now back in end of January when I bought my P2S, I would not have bought my P2S. I probably would have went straight Boron.
Well,
listen. If
even the
I knew
Anycubic, what
then
is
what
the
I know
Anycubic X?
now, there's a lot of other things that would
Yep,
have
the Cobra
changed
X.
instead.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is doing really well. It's really popular. It's not getting the attention because I
Oh,
haven't
it's
seen a
getting some
lot of them,
attention.
but it's doing
I'd
very
say
well.
perfect.
Yeah.
Jose, hola.
So that's that
So
it
yeah,
is.
we've
There
harped
he
It
on
is
goes.
what
this
it is.
issue for 40 minutes, and I think we've had enough of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Again,
We've been talking about it all
So
week
in
too.
closing, LDO just needs to build a printer from scratch that's better than bamboo.
and making it an IDEX.
Oh yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be really
So
tempting.
on to other things, right? And on to more open source friendly companies. The the Sovol teaser for that 6 toolhead printer,
Yes.
whether it's tool heads or kind of like the index system, I don't know. It looks like it's tool heads just because it looks like there's an umbilical for each tool head and not just a PTFE tube. But I am really excited for that. Sovol has had their missteps along the way, but they have consistently been extremely friendly to the open source community, giving back to them. Uh, uh, you know, say what you will about feelings on their SVO8 stuff and their Sovol Zero and stuff like that. And I know that they've had some quality issues and things like that along the way, but I'm really excited to see what comes of that printer. Their prices have always been extremely competitive. I would like to check one of those machines out.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see what the price point is and the features of it. I can't wait either.
I would wager, my guess is that they're going to have a pre-order, Kickstarter, whatever they choose to do with that at $8.99 coming straight at Sobol. I mean, straight at Snapmaker and FlashForge.
Yeah, I agree.
Hold up, I forgot about the meme that showed up the other day, and this needs to, since you mentioned Silval, I've got to post this so that everybody can see this. Oh God,
Don't forget,
where did it
Soval
download to?
has an IDEX just for anyone who's interested.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Isn't that IDEX printer Bowden drive though? Like the
All right,
SVO5
let me
or
share this.
I don't have one, but that's just like for anyone who's still on the IDEX bandwagon like myself. There is IDEX machines, but I do see like with the index, I do see a lot of things going to tool changers or tool head changing.
oh yes,
So,
this is hilarious.
Oh
What's
yes,
this?
that.
Soval, Nintendo, our Switch is for playing Zelda and Mario. The internet, got it. So we're running Clipper on it at 400 millimeters squared. Some guy last week plugged in a Switch into a 3D printer. The printer suddenly printing a Benchy in 8 minutes while running Breath of the Wild in the background. Meanwhile, some companies are sending lawyers to kill open source projects. And here at Soval, we're wondering, can it run our next printer? Also, do you want free filament? Your machine, your rules.
Yeah,
See,
we
that is the company I like.
yeah.
They are having
So
fun.
I'm looking forward to that one, Dragon. Just so you know.
yeah, we we need to get Maker Mill right. The rat rig with index on it. I I think he'll sleep better at night.
Yeah, RatRig 500. That way he can't actually
Yeah.
fit in his studio.
Listen,
What?
I could make more room for machines. I don't
I
need
don't
a
know.
lot of live space.
Soon?
You'll
I
have to make choices. Okay, you can either stream or you can print because your streaming setup would have to be inside of the rat rig.
That's fine. I'll do both. I'll ride the toolhead if I have to. We often tease about the Giga, right? The Giga Storm, the Giga Orange Storm. We tease about that, and I have
Yeah.
opinions on it. I think it has opportunities. But the truth of the matter is, if I have a laundry machine sized printer in my studio, then maybe I don't need a couch or a chair. I'll just we'll work it out. You know what I mean? Yeah, big printer, little printer. I can always take another printer or a
Oh,
mill. Sign me up.
Yeah. Uh,
That's one that you'd have to charge a rent to.
so I'm really torn on rat rigs. Okay, we had this discussion today. In fact, uh, check out the Discord. There's lots of conversations going on. It may not be in a channel. It's happening in voice chat. But we were discussing the rat rig, and I would love to build a rat rig, but you also do not see what when you see people that have rat rigs, they seem to never be printing with them. Um, Steven, what's the last thing you printed on your rat rig? Not trying to throw shade at you, just curious. What's the last
just
thing you
trying to
printed
throw
on
you
the
under the
rat rig?
bus. Just under the bus. It's no big deal.
Steven has plenty of printers that he does not have to. He can choose not to use any of them at any time, um, and still be able to print anything he wanted. So I'm just curious.
When's that? Where's that mill? I'm trying to
Um,
find the new SaneSmart mill. Sorry about that.
and then you've got content creators like Nero, who has a couple rat rigs, never uses them. Anytime Steve mentions is, I think he has one of the little cantilevered things. Every time it's brought up, he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe I should print something with it." Right. Um, and then the only other creator that I know off the top of my head is uh, Dewit 3D, the Tim in Canada, and he's got that rat rig, and I've never once heard him talk about anything that actually came off of it. You printed a
Hey,
full plate
Alex.
benchy. Nice.
Listen. Before we start ragging on Rat Rig, how about everybody who built black boxes and never run the black boxes? Let's not dog the Rat Rig team because
I'm
I
not.
love Rat Rig.
I'm not dogging them. Like I just said, I want to build one. I don't understand. Like I don't understand what it is about rat rigs that leads so many people to have them and never use them because they're expensive machines. They seem very well built with 30/30 extrusions. Like I don't understand what it is that leads people to build them and not use them.
Are they slow? Like I don't know much about it. Are they slow?
I don't
Do they
know.
have a tooling problem? I just tease about the black box because the black box was this big push for multi-tool before the U1 came out for about a year. And none of them ran. So it's like the rat rig community is super active. The slicers super active. Like they make one of the only non-linear slicers out there. You know that, right?
No, I don't. I don't have one, so I don't follow it very much. And like I said, it could just be a perception thing on my part where I am exposed to such a small portion of it, and that small portion all just happens to not use them.
Dragon, I'm looking forward to that. Show me. I love indexes. I'm sorry. Or sorry, idexes. Sorry, index is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I think that when they came out with the inductive plate heating and the tool swapper, not the tool head swapper, I thought that was really great because, replacing a $40 wear part, versus a $400 wear point, excellent if you ask me. But again, I still like the idea of cloning. I still like the idea of having a
Pizza's
second
here,
head
Oliver.
ready for the support.
Pizza's here.
Perfect.
What are we having?
I just had pizza, but I'll eat it again.
Domino's. My
Hey, Alex.
Oh,
youngest
did
has
we
been
get
like,
lava
"When's the
cakes?
pizza getting here?" She probably made lava cakes. We don't buy them. She makes them.
I know.
Alex, do me a favor. Check the podcast channel.
Mm.
You need to present this, please.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
What are we looking at here?
Nothing. We are looking at nothing. It is fine.
Okay.
Where's my pillow? That's all. I just need a TPU pillow.
I present to you the sleeping
Deal.
mill, right?
Deal. Look, listen. Send it my way. I'll find a space for it. If I have to nap in it, I have to nap in
Kenneth,
I couldn't help
welcome to the
myself.
stream. Luke said he just homed his Rat Rig VCore 4 index for the first time. Did you like just switch it over to index, or is that like you finally got it to after the issues you were having?
Hey, Kern.
Yes.
I
Yes, buddy.
strongly dislike you.
I love you too, bud.
Watch that.
LTX.
It's gonna end up being a Hue Forge. Watch.
Oh, you just gave me one hell of. It's only a couple colors, so yeah, I can do that.
You're the worst. I did send over the Cubico, a new Saint Smart mill in the thing if you want to look at it. You don't have to bring it up, but take a look at it. But yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you got a bit nuts as Rat Rig at home. Nice. That is one crazy printer, man. That thing looks sweet. All right. So I've been building
oh, ow.
the the stealth changer over here for our buddy, and it's giving me the itch to build something or get something new. And then I was looking, Anycubic was having like sales and stuff this week, and I'm looking at the S1 with the uh, Ace Pro 2, and I'm like, man, that looks nice. And I was looking at the Cobra X. Caleb thinks highly of it. He has one, so I was looking at that. I'm like, that's a killer price. And then yesterday, I was like, you know what? I need to stop this. I need to stop looking at. I need to stop looking at new toys. We don't have
Oh,
money
here
for
we
new toys.
go.
Well, I mean, you can't beat the price of that thing. I mean,
Okay.
for multicolor,
Shush, shush,
I'm not
shush.
saying you need one, Alex, but
I need
I mean,
sold
I'm
less
tempted
on this,
enough.
sir. Okay, so
I
I
just
don't feel
I got
so
to get this
bad
out of my
about
system.
it.
I got to get this out of my system right off the bat. Venture XL. Thank you. I'm done.
Ah,
You know, that Cobra X is cheap enough, Alex. It would only be a
Love
couple
you,
of nights
bud.
out on the corner.
no.
What's
There,
that?
there's the
A
Snapmaker
couple
too.
nights on the corner. Jesus.
Yeah, it'd only be a couple of nights out on the corner, buddy.
I would end up poorer after that was all said and done. Um,
There's also the
Only at
Giga. It looks
PayPal.
like you have room for a Giga. You can put a washing machine in your
Good
in
evening,
your shop.
Vince.
Hello, Vince.
how's it going, Steven? What is? I know that you had let Jeremy borrow the rat rig at one time, and then you said you had
You got
built
to bring him in.
printed. Oh,
There you go.
I did.
He was
There's
waving.
Steven.
He was giving the one
You're
finger wave.
hating. Yeah, you're hating,
Um,
Alex.
no, I'm not hating. I am curious, right? As somebody that owns a rat rig, when was the last time you used it? I know that you printed one of those little berserker guys or whatever.
Yeah, somebody left a file on the rat rig in the print history, and I just threw PLA at it and told it to go.
Yeah.
And I put in just for giggles that sharp pencil that I keep printing. I had a nasty roll of pink, and I printed that, and it was like this, and my granddaughter scalped it. And then I got started with the ERCF back then, and it's just been kind of like, but I need to print the ERCF and then get it updated and then put it on the Kern hater back here.
Burn hater.
You know, and then after I do that, and a Luke talking and using the dirty C word, that's just, eh,
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm
Luke
actually
said he's
truly
getting a
interested.
Venture XL soon.
See, I'm truly
it's
interested
back
in
here.
the rat rig and you know what's going on with the rat rig. You know, why isn't it more popular?
So I will give you, regardless of the frame, regardless of the durability, regardless of the absolute simplicity, I can give you one selling point for the rack rig above a boron. When you buy an LDO boron, you're looking at $1,200 for like a 350.
At least.
Well, 30. Then you got your printed parts. Then you got, assembly or whatever. But, and I need the whole mass to hear this. When you hit update all on Clipper, it flashes every device on the unit. Tool head,
Yeah, the
main
rat
board,
OS.
everything.
Yeah, I think that comes with a bit of a
Admittedly,
cost, though. Does that still work if I take off their recommended tool head board and stick on,
It,
I don't know,
yes,
any other.
because here's the methodology behind it. Because the Rat OS is actually expanded to support Prusa hardware as well as Boron hardware. They're not specifying their recommended keyboard. You go through and it asks you what keyboard you have. And they have them all listed. It stores that in the configuration file. And then when you flash the firmware, it pulls the config for every single one of them and flashes.
LTX wants to know if it lets you know if it's actually safe to hit the update button.
That's the key because I've never had that fail.
Oh Lord. Yeah, at some point I'll have to check it out.
I will say, before I took it to Jeremy, I did make a complete config backup.
I have a machine suggestions for you, Alex. I have a machine
What's
suggestion for
that?
you. You need the Ender 3 conversion to an EDM. That you need that in your life.
I'm not building one.
That of you know
And
what you've
I'm
built.
gonna tell you why. It's not
You
because
no
I
no
don't
no.
find them interesting.
You
I'm
built a
gonna tell you
Delta.
why.
You
I
built
have a
Forons.
6-year-old who will
Oh,
stick her
yeah,
fingers in that.
yeah. We don't want to kill the
And
kids.
then I would no longer have a 6-year-old if that happened.
Yeah, that
You
that
don't
I
have
need to go.
2 year olds would be able to count on it.
I need to go back and find it. There's an Instagram post that I saw today that there's a guy that took an Ender 3, I think it was either Ender 3 or a CR10, and made an airbrush robot
no.
out of it.
That the
I did
No,
assembly
it.
this was
machines are
actually the
cool.
most. No, this was the most interesting thing I have ever seen come out of an Ender product in a long
ED
time.
dude, EDM. It's you don't see them anywhere. They're cool. You can cut almost anything with them. You can cut pretty thick with them too, from what I understand. But they are, and I 100% would agree with Alex. And I didn't even think about the little ones, so forgive me. But EDMs are one of the most interesting and exciting machines out there. But I did send you the Cubico in side chat if you want to, or not in side chat, but in Discord. You can take a look at that. It's sane, smart, so it's
Okay.
good. I need to step
Where'd
back
you
for a
send
minute.
this?
I'm just gonna kill my camera, but I'm still here. But again, also to chat. Hello, chat. I hope you're having a great day.
It's Friday of a long weekend. It's got to be a great day.
Yeah. Yeah. So to make it clear, in no way am I saying that Rat Rig is bad. I just I don't understand because it seems like such an awesome machine why so many people that have them opt not to use them. That's what I don't understand. You need a logo? Jose, I can work on one for you if you would like. I've been doing lots of logo design stuff recently.
So if you look up Rat OS, right? Printers officially supported by Rat Rig and Rat OS team.
Thank you.
G43,
Appreciate it, sir.
1.3, 4.3 IDEX, 4.4, 4.4 hybrid, 4.4 IDEX, 4.1 hybrid and IDEX, Minion, Chonk,
Sleep.
32, Prusa Mini, Prusa MK3S, Boron Design 0.1, and Boron Design 2.4. I do not know why there's not a Trident listed.
Well, remember, Rat Rigger is one of the only companies, if the only, out there supporting nonlinear printing.
Yeah. So Gergerman's asking what is EDM? Heathen, you brought it up. So do you want to explain it?
I can
What is it?
explain it. I
Well,
don't remember what it's electric displacement something. I'd have to Google it there. I forget what it actually stands for. But what EDM is, it's a high precision cutting device for metal. So what you do is it uses a soluble base, like a dielectric base, and a high voltage wire to actually cut a path. And the way you do it is you drill a very small hole into your material, and then the wire cuts the path for you. You don't have to drill more than one hole. Sometimes they do, depending on like the setup, but typically you drill one hole and that'll cut it out. Like for example, if I were to mill because we're talking about milling a battle bot, don't tell anybody. What I would want to do is take an EDM and cut the core of the BattleBot out first, and then mill everything I need to mill. It's a really cool. I'll find you the name here. I'm just stepped away from the computer for a moment, but yeah, EDM. Take a look at it. It's one of the coolest systems in machining out there. If you're into sort of like metal machining and fabrication, it's another alternate. It's pretty rare, but it's super high precision.
LTX says his venture supports not printing linearly.
Nice, nice.
LTX has some issues with his venture.
I can tell
doesn't
you,
Yeah, I think it
apparently.
had to do with Bizek boards.
I can tell you that my venture is not finished, and it still prints faster than a lot of reality print.
Yeah. So the thing with EDM that makes it so dangerous is most of or all of the kind of DIY ones I've seen are essentially a fish tank full of salt water with an electric wire setup that runs through it and then some sort of CNC movement thing, right? But if you stick your hand in said fish tank, you are getting full voltage, fully. There is no, uh, you know, there's no way for the machine to tell that you are getting electrocuted for it to shut off automatically
It
because
seems
it
bad.
already, that is the environment that it works in all the time, is that dead short, right?
Yep, yep. That's what it
So
does.
there's no way to shut it off, right? Unless somebody
I'm
else is standing
trying,
there and shuts it
Jose.
off, like that's it.
I'll get you the correct name for it now I'm back. But yeah, that's if you want to take a look at like high precision sort of like tooling, EDM machines are amazing. We had one on one of the machine shops. So it's called electric discharge machining. An EDM is an electric discharge machine. Is a manufacturing tool that cuts shapes electrically conductive materials using using controlled electrical sparks. It makes plasma. If you don't know, it makes plasma around the wire and it burns the way through. So it's old, but it works really good and it's super. It's amazing stuff. You use it for cutting really hard things. So you can't cut ulti steel. What is it called? There's a wear plate that you can't cut with it because it's not. But yeah, it's wild stuff, man. And
Yeah.
there is a DIY one, but yes, it will literally electrocute you if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Not shock you, electrocute you. I think they do have a fault that if it does pull too much, it will turn off. But by then, you burned your hand. It's not something for little ones. It is a dangerous
Sounds
machine.
like a good case for light curtains and barrier guards.
Yes, they normally enclose the machine fully. It's serious, but it is really cool. A lot of people haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
There is the Milo. The Milo. What is it? The
I
1.2
haven't
now?
heard of it because dead men tell no tales.
Well, I've only
A
ever worked in
Milo.
one machine shop that had two. They had two. They were super rare.
Milo.
Yeah, the Milo.
Yeah. Unless somebody donates some Keon's light curtains to me.
Oh, that's wild. But yes, there is an Ender 3 conversion for it. But, really, the next machine that
Unless
you should be
somebody
doing
donates some light curtains to me.
is the baby belt. You
Well,
you need baby belt love in your life.
I will not be having an EDM machine in the
Dude,
garage.
Yeah, it'll burn your house down if you're not careful. So
Yeah. But yeah, they are super sweet. One of the rep fests, I want to say it was Rocky Mountain the other year they had one. Um, but how they allowed that thing to sit and run at a rep fest is beyond fucking me.
remember, it does make plasma. That's what it's cutting with. It
Yeah.
produces a plasmatic field around the wire.
Yeah. Oh, Jose says program a safe word. Well, see, here's the thing, right? So when you're getting electrocuted, you cannot, in fact, say the word pineapple. It just you your diaphragm's paralyzed.
Yeah,
Like,
they're wild, but you take a look at them. It's from Rack Robotics. It's cool. I've heard about it. I asked about it years ago. It's still out there, still developing it. It's still a good machine, but it is a thing. Would I want one? Yes. Am I worried about burning my house down? Yes.
Would you use it anyway?
2221.
Oh, yes, yes, very much. When you're cutting billet aluminum up to I think 3 inches, because it's the length of the wire and the voltage, it's all dependent on the circuit. But when you can cut anything you want of any size by drilling a pinhole through it and running a wire, yeah. See, there you go. Keep
Guess
it out
who's
of friend's
behind
house.
it? LDO.
guess who's behind what, Jose?
I don't know. The man in the mirror.
Fans. LDO's definitely behind on some fans, I think. Love you, Jose.
I am behind
Rack
on
Robotics,
2510
EDM,
fans. I need 2510 fan.
Rack
I just looked it
Robotics
up.
EDM.
Really? Yeah, you should. It is wild, guys. Again, I'm into the metal side of all this stuff, and yes, I can't do that where I am, but boy, howdy, there's some wildly cool stuff out there.
Yeah.
Landlords frown on machine shops in the living room.
Sorry, I missed that. Say again.
I said a lot of landlords frown on machine shops in the living room.
Yeah, they're
That's why
not
we put
super.
them in the kitchen and the spare bedroom, okay?
Well, I don't have a
Unless
spare
they're
bedroom.
RJ.
The only two rooms the rooms I have is my sleeping room and my bathroom are the only machines that don't have, or only rooms that don't have machines in them. But I do have more room for more machines, I do. And I do, I would like a new machine because I'm down to one printer right now. So
I
Sounds
don't know.
like
Who's
a very
behind
good
Rack
use for an ultra
Robotics
reality
EDM,
machine.
Jose?
The Butt Wiper 5000.
well, I did manage to jam the mill the other day, which was pretty fun.
Yikes. Now
Since you like,
why is? Oh my god!
I finally got around to doing the bottom end of the pancakes. I feel
Oh,
accomplished.
this isn't working.
Man, that's a good looking machine.
There we go.
That is a good looking machine. Let me tell you what.
That thing's frightening, actually, to be honest.
4 inches in a desktop machine. It can cut 4-inch depth. That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jose, if you talk to Rack Robotics, you tell them they got a lot of love from up here, and that keep doing what they're doing because they're brilliant.
This is like
the
hypnotic.
Panda Treat. What is the Panda Treat?
Oh, that's the food printer. It's been making its ways around. I'm sorry, it just.
It's a gimmick. Nobody wants it.
Oh,
It's cool. Hey,
I want one. If I can't get the Prusa down here to print reliably, I'm just going to put a Panda treat on it, and I'm going to make my lattes look fancy in the morning. Okay.
And
Okay.
cookies.
No,
Don't forget
so I'll take the
cookies.
Panda treat as long as Snapacre sends me a U1 that can make me coffee too.
Nice, nice.
I'll have the I'll have the
I gotta have a
world's favorite
collection.
salt and vinegar
Uh,
chips. Okay.
so yeah, okay. So I just saw this.
Oh, it's
This
snack
is
time. How about
no.
no? We're doing
This
snacks
is
right. We're doing snacks right.
this is a pencil holder off of Maker World. It's a corn on the cob pencil holder.
That
Okay.
don't look like corn. Just saying.
It's
It
Indian
looks
It's a
like
corn
little
set
too
something
up.
not safe
floppy.
for YouTube.
It's a little too floppy for corn.
I'm just saying you're going to, but if you take it and unthread it, it's hollow, and you put your pencils in.
Uh huh.
Not your pencil, but your pencil.
Hi-oh. Their website presents very well as well. It's a like I say, it's a good looking machine.
Yeah, I thought they had
4-inch.
video on here at one point.
The maximum
Why did you
depth
make
I
a
can get on my
sawzall
mill,
for that?
right? The maximum depth I'm getting right now is 28 mil on my tooling. That'll cut 4 inches. That, they should be making battle bots. Like, I got a couple frames they can, if they want to talk, we got a couple frames for battle bots. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I need to start trying to get on here soon. I'm gonna get that done.
Actually, you just need the guts. If you go to Maker World, Thangs, Printables, and Thingiverse, there is plenty of bodies out there. Right now, we're just doing a pusher, but I am looking at maybe developing what's known as an egg beater style as well. I sort of hinted at it on one of my streams.
So here's a picture of at least what it looks like when it's doing its thing.
Yeah.
You got a wire, and it just cuts through everything.
And remember, it's super, because the wire is super thin, so you get it super, super fine cut.
Yeah. The cut gets larger the thicker the material and the more amperage you have to put through it, though. So
Because of the arc size, the curve.
Yeah, well, and you'll get blowout. The longer the arc, the more likely you have blowout on the back face. Same thing with plasma. Plasma cutters, just so you know.
there used to be a video of it on here, I thought.
We gotta get Alex an arc gouger. That's what he needs, an arc gouger, so we can start cutting, like heavy plate.
Listen, I would settle for just like a CNC, or maybe an LDO Cascade kit. Huh? Jose? Huh?
Well,
I got to figure out how to use the one I've got.
At least you're honest.
I had a plan. I
had a
exercised.
dream.
Drill press. I could use a drill press too.
Settle for a drill press as well.
Yeah, same.
Got one back here, Harbor Freight.
Drill press and a bandsaw. That's all I really need.
Porta band
Harbor
and just
Freight.
build your own frame. I do love me a porta band.
Depends on what brand of order band you buy. You
Harbor
don't
Freight
have to
has a
build
great
it.
sale going on this weekend.
I've got a scroll saw.
20%
Oh,
off for
for 80
Inside
bucks.
Track members. No exclusions.
I think everybody has a sale going on this weekend.
Never even powered it up.
problem is nobody wants to leave the house this weekend because everybody's going to be out at the sales.
Yeah. I'll go out first thing in the morning. Be back quick.
I don't even know what I would do with a porta band, to be honest, but I want one.
Bandsaw shit.
I got one out in the van. Boss bought it. I can borrow it when I want.
Because we do want to move over to brass, we do want to move over to bronze, we want to move over to copper, and we want to move over to aluminum. We've talked about it. Milling projects. I think milling projects are one of the most interesting, available projects here in the desktop environment. So there's different options and stuff, like the Sane Smarts and stuff. But a lot of times I don't need like a 4x8 sheet. I don't need a 4x4 sheet. I don't have the physical room for it, right? And as Howdy said, it's landlords might like me having a full
Well,
functioning machine shop in my lab.
I just need the CNC machine. That way I can make my own monolith kit. Since Jose gave mine the
Hey,
Jenga.
does my living room plasma cutter, does that require a pet deposit?
Hey, Steven, I want you to know that you're out of the woods on the venture build. So
Oh,
the the venture won't fit the one piece dragster. It'd fit the body, but it won't fit the frame.
but you're still not out of the woods with the robotic arm.
That's for his own pleasure. I don't.
The
Hi-oh.
robotic arm and that corn cob have a future date,
If you
along with the
want,
This 14
Wipinator
year old has a
5000.
drill press. What's my excuse? I'm going to tell you my excuse. Okay, we're going to go. It's story time. Okay, this
oh
is what
God, here we
happened.
go.
I was up in Lima at Max Trader Days. Okay, just doing what you do. I was walking around, and towards the beginning of the event, but all the way in the back, away from where you park, guy has a drill press. I was like, hey, what do you want for that? $25. All right, bet. I'll be back for it. Cool. I'll put it aside for you. Guess who forgot to go back because the old lady wanted to leave?
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
what? We're blaming your wife.
No, it's me because I forgot, right? So if I had remembered in the moment, uh, she would have been like, oh, okay, all right, we'll go back over there and grab that real quick.
No, you're
She
too
wouldn't
late,
have
dude. I'm
cared, but
knocking on you.
I was in the middle of buying this bench grinder and her wanting to leave. And then I carried it to the car. And then at that point, I'm at the car. She's wanting to go. I'm not thinking about anything, just left. Listen, okay. I'm going to tell you a story, okay? I've got a 14-year-old. And the other day, she's doing stuff in her bedroom and she wants
Oh,
to hang posters, right? So she comes out because she needs a hammer. Does she ask dad for a hammer? No. She asked 6-year-old sister for a hammer. Why? Because 6-year-old sister has a hammer. Okay. I thought it was the funniest thing. She's like, well, I would have asked you, but I saw her first and I knew she'd have one. All right.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
like,
but
yeah, but
what
she didn't
kind
know.
of hammer?
She's got a little hammer, but she's like, don't worry. She's like, that one won't. The 6-year-old's like, don't worry about that one, won't work. I'll go get one of dad's for you because 6-year-old knows where all the tools are in the garage. Guess what? That hammer got put back. Why? Because 6-year-old put the hammer back. 14-year-old would not have put the hammer back. I would have had to go and find it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
But what kind of
oh Lord,
hammer?
Oh, she came out here and got the
carpenters.
S-plane.
So she used a claw hammer. She used a carpenter's hammer.
Yeah.
Gotta get
Straight
them
claw
hooked on the
hammer.
ball peens, man.
I don't know if I even have a ball peen hammer. Hold on.
You don't want
That's
to
it.
use your
I
ball
I, I
peen hammer to go hang things on the walls and stuff.
yeah,
Let
you
me go
do.
over here
Ball
to the
peen
hammer
hammer
drawer.
is
That's
the
a
most
job.
useful hammer you can get.
That's a job for a trim hammer.
get a
I
nail
do
gun.
have.
Shoemaker's hammer. Get a little shoemaker's hammer, little 4 ounce.
Get a nail gun.
I have a ball peen
It,
hammer, but it's a dead blow ball peen hammer.
Okay.
I guess I can still let me see it because I don't know if I've ever seen a dead blow ball peen, but
Really?
It's just little,
yeah,
little rubber caps on each end.
that's
No, it's got
then it's
I
not
mean,
it's metal.
that's a dead
get a
blow.
good soft blow right here.
Yeah, that's a dead blow down there. That's
Dead
not much of
blow.
a hammer.
No, this is a little bigger one here. This is
Yeah,
24 ounce.
that's a good size. That's an appropriate size dead blow.
I'm not going out to my vein to get
I
any
mean,
of this stuff.
All right, all
I'm,
right, all
I'm
right.
very
No,
well
no, no,
equipped.
no. That's proper. That's a proper ball peen. No, I'll take it.
Don't make me get out a 20-pound sledge.
Nah. I think the biggest 48-ounce ball peen is the biggest I've seen. Most people have a 4-pound, square face hand sledge, but I always recommend you get a cross peen if you're gonna do that
I
because you
gotta
don't
tell
need
you what the
two
most
strike faces.
useful hammer in the world is if you are doing any sort of 3D printing projects, okay? And it's
yeah.
gonna
A
cost
screwdriver.
you a
Yeah,
whopping like
because
$4, okay?
yeah,
It's a jeweler's hammer. All
yeah,
right, brass on one side, plastic on the other. They sell them at Harbor Freight
yeah.
for $3.99.
A little soft
I've got one
face
right here.
jeweler's hammer. Yeah, it's beautiful.
But
Listen,
being a goldsmith, man,
yeah, that's a nice looking little hammer.
I find infinite uses for them.
That would be cool to put on a mill and make because it's about the right size, it's about the right weight. That'd be cool to do on a mill. That's a nice little mill project.
Yeah, I just looked it up. They're up to $6 now, but
Oh.
Everybody
Show
needs a
me
dead
the
blow.
way, Alex.
And yes, you do want like what Alex has. You do want a soft face mallet, like what he had there.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
I
small,
plan on
it's
picking
They
light.
one of
got no
those up
uses.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Like
should definitely do it. The thing that I'm most irritated
that's the
about is they
soft
don't
face
sell
hammer I have.
replacements. They don't sell replacement ends for it for the brass and the Delrin.
Yeah.
TPU print, dude.
No, because you want it harder than that.
TPU
You ever been
some of the
shot with
hard TPU
TPU dart?
95s. With a 45% infill, you could probably get that
Oh,
soft face. As for the brass, that's just brass round stock. Should be typically just brass round stock. And then you drill and tap. You just drill and tap the blind hole in it.
no, there's no hole. So the way it works is there's a coupling that screws down over it, and the bottom is like a flanged end to it.
Yeah. That, like I said,
I'll bet
that is
you.
a good find.
I'll bet
But
you
for
could find
$6, it's
replacement
cheap
ends.
enough. Just buy a replacement one, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was paying more than $6 an end for them when I was ordering the ends out
Oh,
of
there's mine.
Stellar or Rio Grande Jewelry Supply.
I love Rio Grande. They're a little on the pricey side, but they're good.
Yeah, Stellar's cheaper, but you have to have a commercial
Account,
account
right?
with them.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, Rio Grande will sell to anybody.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not dogging the carpenters. I'm not dogging the carpenters. Forgive me if that's the way it's coming across. Just from a mechanic's perspective, ball peen will always be my favorite, and different sizes. And you can get them real bitty. You can get them real big.
Yeah, I've seen some big ball peen hammers. Uh, we've got a giant one at work that's essentially a 10-pound sledgehammer, but it's a
Yep.
ball peen.
Oh yeah, you're looking like you're looking like Thor trying to tote.
Oh, I know.
10
That's
pounders
I was
aren't
actually
too
nothing,
kind of
bad.
man.
upset
So,
when we
uh,
moved. When we moved. Oh, go ahead.
when I was doing plumbing work, right? So, we needed to sometimes, so you'd core drill through a wall and then you need to drive pipe through it.
Yep.
So, and you don't want a hard end to deform the end of your pipe driving through. And you also need a lot of mass behind a swing to drive pipe through ground for any distance, right? So we took
Yep.
a 6-inch cast iron pipe, set it on the ground, and poured it full of lead. and we had more than a few new hires that thought they were fucking Thor try to pick that thing up over their head and then uh proceed to, either not come back the next day or not come back for several weeks as they dealt with like rotator cuff tears. That was just a pick it up and golf putt swing, right? You
Yep.
just swing your whole body, just.
Yeah.
Well, like
But
Babbitt hammers, pouring your own Babbitt hammers is a common thing.
Yeah.
Like and they work, man. It's a soft face hammer with a lot of mass. So I don't know what is up with my camera, guys. I'm so sorry. It's all over the place today.
You also
picked
want to
this
throw
little
that
guy
flame
up.
on the end of that pipe you're driving in there.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
I know. I used to
This
keep
little
a
guy
stick. Oh, look
It's
at
cool
you.
because you can replace the ends.
Yep. It's the same way with those jewelers hammers. They're more used. I always use those working on cars for
Yep.
different things.
Yep.
There you go, Alex.
When we
The
moved back to
debacle
this
of the
side of the
TPU
state.
tracks finally resolved.
Oh, they look
Oh,
Nice.
so
nice.
good. Sorry, I
Well,
got
it's
people
a
dragged off
purpose.
on hammers. Everybody should like hammers. That's looking really good, dude. Can I see that again? Look at the shine on it. Like, look at
Everybody,
that
Whoa.
shine.
And you're going to put it in the ring, and it's going to get decimated.
See,
Ever-
here's mine.
I got printers, man. I'll build more. Looking good, man.
everybody say hi to Joe in chat and ask him why he's not on the stream.
Hey,
Yeah, Joe, why
Killa.
aren't you here, man? Come on, man.
Hey,
Come on.
Clown Hammer.
Clown
Come on,
Hammer's
seat's
here
I
right
too,
guess
here.
because he
not on
just
the
got in
stream.
from work.
I don't believe that for a minute. Weren't you doing an members only stream earlier today?
He was unpacking his new shop at the new house.
Yeah.
Said Skelefork when I saw it.
I just have to freely admit, I am so jealous of Death Racers right now. I want one so bad.
I know. I've been trying to get a kit sponsored for one.
It's
I don't care where you stream from, man. Pull it up on your phone in the bathroom for all we care. Doesn't
Dude,
matter.
if you're
don't
melting
do
like a
that.
popsicle, we
Do
still
not do
want you.
that.
We'll pass the bathroom stream. We'll pass on that.
That's a different
So
There's the
website
AI
altogether.
backdrop. There's the
Right.
AI
We,
backdrop.
we really do not need to see that extruder. Just saying.
Purging.
What was the line? What was the line width on that one?
That'd be, one hell of a purge line.
Yeah. But yeah, I've wanted to build Death Racer for a while. I've been talking to some different folks trying to get a kit sponsored. Big Tree Tech just, ignores you like they're, never mind. They ignore you.
I don't know if I would go with a sponsored kit. I don't even know if I would do custom side panels for whoever's doing the material. I just, like I say, I at first I was like, oh, they're cool. And then the more I see them, the more I fall in love with them. I don't know what it is about them. I just think they're cool.
So there was a lot of creativity going on with the Death Racers. There have been some really crazy designs. And then as of last year, they've decided to do a rule set. So, for example, the default Death Racer has the kit has a fixed width, and the bludger is so long. Then they started kind of squashing it. I know one year somebody had actually made like a Jeepers Creepers truck, and it was out there blowing people away, but you couldn't get to the driver because he was inside the cab of the car.
Well, you need to standardize. Like, it is a Lansing robot. Like, it's not like I have a BattleBot sitting in front of me. That's a different animal. Like the fact, it's like when people put weighted mass on the spinners. There had to be some rules because people were just going too wild with it. And even when we were talking about it, like a lot of the things that we would do aren't a war crime yet, but probably would be a war crime after we built it. Yeah,
What was it? What was the one?
Alex,
You guys see what I'm
bring up.
Is my screen showing? Did I do that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we can see it on
That's
the
my side
side.
panels.
Oh no,
That's
no,
my side panels.
I don't have your screen.
You didn't do it
Oh,
right.
damn it. I didn't do it right. It's supposed to be showing the entire screen.
Joe, we're just giving you a hard time, bud.
Well, somebody
Yeah,
took a
yeah.
bludger.
I'm not. I
Somebody
want
took a
Killa
bludger.
here.
Somebody took a bludger a few years ago, and instead of printing it out with the little spikes on it, they decided to fill it full of Undertaker nozzles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what happens, right? It just
How about now?
Yep.
Yep, we see
That's my
it.
side panels. They're printing right now.
Now it's all up.
I approve.
Jonathan, you're echoing everybody back.
Echo,
Oh,
echo,
hell.
echo, echo.
Dang.
Well, okay.
There we go. I assume Jonathan's mic died and it suddenly switched to something else.
Nope, it wasn't me.
So,
No, was I echoing?
we're talking about people going overboard with battle bots and stuff. Yeah.
I would like
Yeah,
some of
I'm into
the
this.
some of the designs for the people who go overboard. What the hell?
Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, that looks right up your alley. No, right?
That yes, please. Yes, yes. Do want yes, please.
Now, I want to put that on a Death Racer too.
It would be fun, but again, that's not what Death Racers are, right?
According to
Then
who?
why word it as Death Racer?
Because it sounds cool.
You're
Oh
decapitating
my
the driver.
dear.
What are
The
we doing
rule
a
of
part
thumb
2 of?
with
I mean,
Death
it would
Racers.
prevent everybody from printing it in PLA. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, but it's probably hot enough to melt down the ABS. The rule of thumb that came to
You go
me
with high
when it
tech
came to
PLA.
Death Racers was it's got to be a 6-year-old's got to be able to run it. That was the rule of thumb.
Okay,
So
so now
A 6-year-old can run that.
you standardize the
I'm
remote.
sure Alex's daughter can run that, right?
I think you might want to meet a certain 6-year-old.
Oh yeah.
You get my meaning, correct?
If
I'm
I
just
can
We're
run
saying.
40
it,
feet
the
away.
6-year-old can run it. If I can build it, the 6-year-old can build it.
You're not wrong. And like I said, the standardization of the rules had to come because of that one person who did the weighted spinner. That's
Yeah. So everything, it's like it's all fun and games till someone gets hurt kind of thing, right?
yep.
So it was a lot of fun seeing what people came up with and seeing people push the limits and of what was possible. But at a certain point, you get to a spot where it's like, okay, now we've got to draw a line,
Yep.
right? And on that note, while I have everybody's full and divided attention,
What?
there everybody knows I built a lot of Nerf blasters. There's been a lot of talk about Nerf blasters at Murph. Let's make sure that we are not the reason that there's no Nerf blasters next year, right? So, you know,
So you're saying
just
don't bring a
don't.
butane Nerf blaster.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
just
saying.
don't be stupid is all I'm saying.
I'm just saying. My daughter
No.
really wants Albie. Albie got after her with a short barrel after she popped him in the fat roll with a slab.
So I'm going to
This
go
is
out on a limb here and say that Albie's more than capable of defending himself.
Albie was
I
very,
will not be
very.
complaining.
Albie was very, very restrained. He is a very kind person. He did look at me because he came back out. He come down through there, and he had that was when the air was off. He was wiping his head, and I said, "Dude, what happened?" He goes, "Somebody started something," and he got that Greg. And something else I found out is Albie is very quick. Because my daughter went completely around that building and came in another door, and Albie was 6 seconds behind her. But he did not fire. He practiced restraint.
There you go.
That being what it is, if a large scale blaster happens to make it into her hands, I cannot guarantee my child will have restraint. And I have told everyone around me, all kids eventually have to learn that other people hit back.
Well, somebody needs to at least armor Miss Lee Marie 3D.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shout out to Lee Marie.
yeah,
Yeah,
stay.
protect Keela from your daughter.
Yeah, I'll give her the 53-2.
The
Got
the
your
only
rainbow
concern I
bars?
had was Clownhammer was just like it's not in a box, so it's like having weighted mass. Like again, you know me, I'm down for as wild as we can get. Right, I like it, but having a piece of nozzle come off and catch somebody in the face or in the eye or the
Oh, that
tooth,
doesn't look good.
I get it. That's why the battle bots are in a box. That's why. I'm not against it. I'm not trying to rag it. The only thing I was like when it came to Death Racers, the only thing that I felt had to be standardized was the kill switch in its position and access to it. Because if you like someone was saying it was enclosed, that's not the game, right? Play within the rules of the game. No, but like I'm not saying no, but then we'd have to put it in a box. And again, I do not do Death Racers. I do not have one. My opinion should be always taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah, the escalation in the Death Racer thing was starting to get exponential. Um,
Correct.
so I have no issues with that. I think it's a lot of fun to see people try to gain an advantage within the rule set. I don't think it should be so restrictive as you have to print these exact files. This is the only thing you can do, right? I don't want to see that with the Death Racers, but a um, common sense Death Racer control is,
So you want the Death Racer police?
yes, background checks and all.
I'm
No,
Welcome to Colorado.
afraid my mental health history would exclude me from death racers.
I'll be honest. When I took Shay last year, was it last year? When I took Shay and she was playing around with them last year, the only thing that she ended up having damaged was one of the side panels. I was tickled to death because the cost of that kit and taking it out there, and then you come back with a decimated piece of plastic and a little carbon fiber rod, and it literally looks like one of those cartoons where somebody goes out in a Lamborghini and then they come back and they're sitting on a frame with a steering wheel.
yep.
It's just it's traumatizing.
That's
But
BattleBots though. BattleBots are like that.
yeah, well, yeah, we just saw your spray can flamethrower.
Oh no, that's not. Don't no. I didn't build that. That's not me.
No, I'm not saying you
Ask.
specifically.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
going to say your people.
Oh well, I'm not against it.
Yeah. Death Racer in a box. Call it a day. Have a nice life.
I just need to
If
point
you have
out
if,
that these
okay,
turned out awesome.
your little diffusers.
Yes.
Yeah, that did come out cool.
It won't focus, but my God, they're awesome.
Good job, dude.
I, I I would be all for which
They
no
did
one
come
ever
out good.
went to it. They immediately went to rules.
So that
I would
yellowing
be
went away later after they
I
cured.
would be all for death racers in different classes.
I think you're muted, Cap.
I'm not muted.
No,
Oh, there
we
you
can hear you.
are. Okay.
Because
So
then
the
you can
yellowing
have
went away on the diffuser.
Oh no, these are
Sorry.
the smoky ones.
Ah,
people like myself who just build a standard death racer, and we don't get butt hurt when somebody comes in with an XL.
Yeah. Well, Alex was clear about that with the like he was making weeks ago. He was making awesome points about the drag racers.
Yeah.
Like that. What you said there, it's the same. I could talk about battle bots, but I think it's more important for you to talk about the drag racers. But what you said about the drag racers, I really think that was excellent.
Yeah, there's a lot of room to innovate in a lot of these things. There's there's some weird rules in both the death racers and the dragsters, and then there's a lack of some rules that I find odd as well, right? For standardization on some of the things. Jeff says, "When are we going to require to have a license to run the death racers?" Listen, you haven't been to one of these events. That is not a bad idea. Some people do not know how to drive an RC anything, and I think that there might be some legitimacy to at least know how to
I know
use
when
a remote.
Dave was running last week, he threw he kept mobility, but he threw the tracks on one side and he just kept on going. And by the time that heat was over, he walked out and picked it up, and the whole bottom half of the hub was melted off, and it was completely flat where he was out there running around trying to take folks out.
Winning.
okay.
That
Yeah,
is a
people
good
Said,
have a lot
attitude.
of fun with them. People have so
said,
much fun with them.
now he's going. The last information I had is he was using engineering materials for this thing. He's going like carbon fiber. It would not surprise me at all, Alex. You did the one print. I don't remember what the material was, but you did a little short on it, and you're like, "Oh, look, I printed these brackets," and you go clink, 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 because it sounded like it was
Yeah.
milled. It would not surprise me if somebody showed up printing the axles for a death racer out of that crap.
Yeah. I do need to get access to a belt printer. I now have one
Somebody
piece
send him a
files
baby
for the
belt.
ring and pinion dragster, so I
Send
need to
him,
get a belt.
send him a baby belt.
It apparently is not printable on a baby belt. I don't know what the width on a baby belt is, but or it's probably more of a height issue than a width issue. But yeah,
But, but you're building the fastest trident. You could go and you're done. You could do that to a
uh,
baby belt. Print a baby belt. When you print the printed parts for a baby belt, just step everything up 200%, and
oh
then you go back and you find get an old pair of Zips pajamas and slash them up, and you make your belt to go around it, and you're good to go.
I'm just saying, there's always treadmills at garage sales.
Yep.
Jose said you can win a baby belt printer at Murph. So I don't enter any of the giveaways at the 3D printing events.
Yeah.
Um, I think it would be a bad look if I won something in one of the giveaways, especially from a company like LDO, who has been kind enough to sponsor stuff to the channel in the past. I wouldn't, uh, you know, whether people would think badly about that or not, I don't know. And, everybody's free to do their own thing. I just wouldn't want to do it. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened at Smurf, because when we did the Joel telling trivia, everybody got a reel of Polymaker. I thought it was. I even asked Polymaker. Oh no, you keep it. I said no, I don't. I'm not comfortable with that, so I gave it away. But it's just like sponsor, because I have opportunities with sponsorships, machines, and everything. I don't think that's. I am with you. I don't enter contests, unless I'm directed to.
Yeah.
I have
I
just
don't
been, I've,
know. In that situation, I'd probably keep the roll of filament. If everybody got one, then whatever. I also don't have a problem with like necessarily playing the games at the Polymaker booth and winning a roll of filament that way. But if I'm winning something that there's only, it's a raffle or something like that, where now nobody else can get that, then
Then you can enter, and I'll take it.
I don't have any problems, winning something from a vendor, even if they've sponsored me. But like on the next stream I have, I will just make it perfectly clear that it was won fair and square, not from some
Well, I mean,
underhanded trick.
objectively speaking, with human nature being low, always going to the lowest common denominator,
People
it
always
honestly, it doesn't
think the wrong
matter if
way.
you've been sponsored
Yeah.
or not, and if you win legitimately or not. There's always going to be someone who assumes the worst
Yeah.
Yeah.
and jacks it up for everybody going forward.
Which is why I
I
don't
mean,
do it.
even if you just get a discount from a company that you deal with, they're gonna assume the worst.
yeah.
I'm just waiting to hear about your Orange Storm Giga that you won there, Cap.
Oh, that's cute.
That yeah, I will never own one of those pieces of junk. So
They have a lot of opportunity to be something really amazing. The gang
no, they
manufacturing
don't.
is cool. You don't think so?
No, that printer is an absolute garbage nightmare. It's proprietary, extrusion nightmare. If they would have used standard extrusion, yes, it would have absolute immense growth opportunity. But that proprietary extrusion that they used limits it so badly that it's virtually just worthless.
When do these pocket screwdrivers stop being dual sided?
Alex was speaking of belt printers, and it amazes me to this day. The CR30 is God knows how many years old now, and people are still asking $750 for these things.
And remember, they're unsupported by Cretality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at my local marketplace. There's 7 of them for sale within 100 miles of me. And they're all between $500 and $750. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't understand that either because I've looked. I was like, oh, I should be able to pick up like a CR30 for under $100. It's probably covered in freaking hairspray, but I should be able to pick one up. I was
A
wrong.
couple $100 at most. But no,
They charge
500 to
extra for the
$700.
hairspray, bud.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that what it
And
is?
the thing is the CR30 is an open source printer. The plans to build it are literally on the internet. It's not
That
hard to
is
build.
genuine 2011 Aquanet on there. That is gold.
Yeah.
It's dead zip.
Yeah, most people. Yeah, exactly. LTX. Most people with those machines still think that 3D printers are expensive. And it's like the idea former. People are still
I'm
asking
trying to.
$1,000 for the idea former. That one just blows me away because that's what it costs new.
It's amazing to me how much people think the on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, you'll see people wanting $900 for an X1C.
You'll see people wanting $300 or $400 for an Ender 3.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, there was an Ender 3 Pro the other day, about 40 miles from me. The guy was asking 450 for it, and I actually messaged him going, "I'm interested. What can we do?" And I'm like, I totally told him, the guy. I was like, "Where did you get it from?" He goes, "Micro Center about 3 years ago." I said, "So 3 years ago you paid $125 for it. So why are you asking 450?" Because it was still new in box. He'd never opened it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's an antique now.
Yes.
That's
Means
literally
it's
what he
collector's
told me.
item.
It's a fine wine, sir.
It's not an old piece of crap. It's a classic.
Yeah. It's been kept in a damp, musty cellar for years now. It's aged beautifully.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that
I got to tell
Holland
you
is
though, the
perfect
box was
still now.
immaculate.
Yeah, that printer is just like me. I doubt anybody came along and turned the cork recently.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But it's so here's why it is so frustrating. I understand that people can ask whatever they want. It comes down to what people will pay for it, right? But when other people go online on Facebook Marketplace to look up, oh, I've got this Ender 3. How much should I list it for? And I type in Ender 3 and see that everybody's asking a ridiculous price for it, then they post it for a ridiculous price because they think that that's what it's going for, right? So
Yep.
it's a feedback loop that just does not end.
And all the little crossouts with price drop on them should be a giveaway.
Well, here's the thing, right? The bias in their head as they look at it and they go, oh well, there's one that's on here for $50. That person's selling it way too cheap, or there must be something wrong with it because everybody else is asking $150, $200 for their Ender 3.
Yeah, it's
Certainly, I am the cheap bastard who wants to pay 15% of retail.
Yeah. I'm not paying more than the cost of the power supply to buy an Ender 3.
no.
That's just it, right? Meanwhile, 350 uh power supply is like $30. I'll throw
Yeah.
another $5 for the extrusions because they might be useful, but the rest of it is just bliss
Well, love it or
and
hate it,
has
the
no
volume
value.
of numbers in Chicago is in your favor. I'm relatively near Chicago.
somebody
And
somebody
you
needs to
typically
build
only
a
take one
death
every
racer.
25 minutes.
Somebody needs to build a death racer chassis and mount an Ender 3 on the top of it.
There you go.
I picked up
Oh.
an Ender 5 LTX for $75 about a month ago, and
You
it
could even
already
I just
had
protect
bought
your
one.
a
I
pi
bought one at Rocky Mountain for 125. So
and this thing already had a Pi 3B with it and a mini E3 V3 and all that stuff. But I mean, it's going to get tore down and converted anyway. But it already had some stuff that'll
You
be
got
useful on it.
you got a fantastic deal on that because of what came with it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and like 4 rolls of filament.
Yeah, it's like E3 V3 is still going to be
Yep,
worth like $30. Um,
yep. It's got that
you know,
little colored ender screen, the big tree tech one.
yeah. It's got a
So
pie with it, so that adds
yep.
another $2,000 at this point.
Yeah, you can buy those 3B pluses for like $30 new.
No, I know. I'm just saying the price of pies is ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
Again,
Even the orange pies are going up now. The orange pies are as expensive as the raspberry pies now. What is that crap?
Thought we got past this pie shortage, but apparently I was wrong.
Hmm.
We just hit a
Oh,
Well,
wall.
we did get past it.
somebody
Now it's
needs
just
to
artificial.
somebody needs to fire up their oven, make some pies.
Yeah, it's crazy. I
Oh,
want to get CM4 to put on the Micron over there, and I'm not
the
paying
best
that.
deal I found on it is an orange pie CM4, and you can get them for $70 to $100 depending on the size of the UMFC on it. That's the best price I've seen on them.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd work on the Manta boards or not, though.
It's the same pin socket. The question is can you find a flash for it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not worried about that. I just flash just vanilla Ubuntu or something onto it and call it a day. Um,
Bergman says the Manta board won't care about that CM4 orange pie.
we're sitting
So
on
yeah,
porch.
you
Yeah,
can just throw Debian on there, like throw on a Trixie or a Bookworm or whatever.
yeah.
Matter of fact, Cap just walked me through an Orange Pi 3B last week or the week before doing that.
Yeah.
It's not as straightforward as flashing a Raspberry Pi, but you can get it done.
I found the solution, gentlemen. It's a project
There.
called the Ender Loop.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Infinite Z Ender. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing. You convert an Ender 3 into an Infinite Z printer.
And how does that
I don't
work?
own an Ender 3 though.
I have three of
I'll
them.
send you one. I
I know a
Guys,
guy. I know a guy who says he's got quite a few of them. Maybe I'll talk to him.
guys, I'm going to check out for the evening.
All
Yeah,
right.
All
Take
right,
it easy,
bud.
Steven.
we're actually reaching that point in the stream where we're hitting the 2 hour mark. So it's time for us all to go. Um, with that being said, thanks everybody for joining us. Jonathan, thanks for coming on and joining us tonight. It's been a
Yep.
pleasure having you here. Everybody in chat, Free Heathen, tell everybody what you got going on. Tell them about your socials, your links, where they can find you, all that kind of stuff.
You can find me, the Free Heathen, across all platforms: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. I'm prepping for my upcoming event for Midwest Rep Rap Festival. We're working on some battle bots. We're working on some custom design work. Make sure you get your MakerChip launcher off of MakerWorld. You can find me on MakerWorld. And I'm really excited to meet a lot of you in the upcoming weeks.
Got mine right here. Right here. All right.
There it is.
Yeah. Mine's in a sandwich bag to be assembled.
Thank you for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the Garage Crew. Nan, TJ, Anthony, Dave. Welcome to the Garage Crew. We'll have to make a special roll for you. I swear it won't be furry related at all. Can't see, but I'm crossing my fingers. Robert
Chipmunks.
Brown, I haven't seen your name in a while, sir. Then, Captain, what about you? Where can we find you? What are you working on?
Well, we recently got the V0 done. So I'm catting up the whole. I'm mashing it together with the Boron PC. So that's in the back burner. So we're going to be starting on some new projects, like getting the Ender 5 up and running until we do the Mercury 1 conversion. And we did just get the extrusions in right here for starting the conversion of the Ender 6 over to a Trident. So we're going to be going through the process of that. I've been documenting that for the last 2 months now, and I'm going to need some of y'all's help on that one because that's going to be an interesting project. Something that very few people have ever done.
Yeah, that's
Print the
gonna.
drill jigs with the bearings. You know.
Well, it's a conversion, so like I said, no, there's to my knowledge, there's been like 6 people in the world that have ever done this.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I
So, I
can't
mean,
wait to
building
see it come
tridents,
together.
people have done. It's the measurements and everything that's going to be fun.
Brad, what do you got
But
going on?
yeah,
Well, I showed you guys the Death Racer earlier, and I've got little octopuses marching across all my printers for my daughter's students. I've got some prints for Free Heathen going on, Maker Millwright. Um, let's see, what else have I got? Oh, the Pie Project, the Pie Pit Boy. It's physically built. The software is in it now. I'm just waiting on a 10K ohm resistor so I can get all the buttons wired up, and I'll be able to throw some pictures up. Or once I get it done, I'm sure my son's going to want to take it with him when he goes. But I'll get some pictures of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that put all together and done up.
Yep,
Jonathan,
and
what
it's
you
pretty
got
cool
going
looking at the
on?
screen and seeing all of it.
So right now I'm working on the Death Racer as well, and then I'm gonna start working on a blaster.
Nice. Which one?
The zinc.
Nice. Nice.
very
Old
nice.
school. And on Projects in Dad's Garage, you're on my YouTube channel right now. I'm working on chipping away at a stealth changer build. If you're interested in blaster content, I got videos I really need to get out. I keep saying I really do need to get them out. Um, sorry, I love you guys. I'm sorry. Uh, life's been
Wait,
crazy.
I thought this was my
Uh,
YouTube channel.
you're lost, sir. That was the first door on the left. This
Damn
is the
it.
second door on the right. Okay.
Jesus, memory problems, I swear. Must reset
Um,
RAM. Oh yeah,
make sure
I
to
can't
hit
afford to upgrade
like,
to DDR5.
subscribe if you haven't. Um, check out the merch. There's new stuff up there this week. There's the we do these things not because they are easy, but because we thought they would be easy merch. And the if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense merch. Link for the store is in the description. Um, and
Don't forget your Murph swimwear.
yes, Murph
Yeah,
Yep.
swimwear. Murph's coming up
you must
quick.
have that.
You guys don't want to be caught out without appropriate attire at Murph, okay? And I got you covered with Projects in Dad's Garage swimwear. Um,
Perhaps we
Men,
should add
women,
a
and
kilt so we could
children.
get a little bit of a good breeze.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, guys, have a good one. We'll see you back here. I might even get in a stream this weekend. Later.
See y'all.
Later.
Yeah.